There's been a few places, that I've haunted. I'm like, I'm gonna be in here
every week until you say yes.
There's a bar, and I kicked down the door for about 3 years until they put us in there. Now it's one of our better accounts in Phoenix.
I love it. It's all about persistence, kids. Persistence.
So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
What's good, y'all? This is C Certified Brewhead, and welcome to another episode of Industry Talk here on BAOS Podcast. And mate, we are here in Durango, Colorado with Arlo Grammatica from Scar Brewing, mate.
How you doing?
Good, mate. How are you?
Good.
Thank you for hanging out.
No problem.
So we're going to do something different today. First of all, what are we drinking?
This is called Ruby Soho. So this is a grapefruit lager. So this is just a nice light lager with real grapefruit added to it.
Hell yeah.
So it's kind of a version of our Mexican style lager, which is one of our other better selling beers. So
love it. Crushable, light.
Yeah.
First beer of the day, so it's kind of like bitter. Maybe that's a grapefruit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It'll keep us so we can still talk at the end of this.
Right, that's what we need. It's all about the elevation thing here is serious, eh? Like, say we're 6,500 feet.
Yeah.
How long will it take us to get used to it?
Oh, a couple days.
Couple days?
Probably.
Okay. We get drunk really easy? That's what I hear.
Hopefully.
Hey, what can you ask for? So, what we're going to be talking about today is we're basically going to talk about the life of a beer sales rep. It's like one of the positions in the beer world that gets the least shine, and people might not really understand like the responsibilities and what goes into actually selling the beer. We always talk to the beer makers and the owners, but how do we get it into our thirsty mouths? So, could you break down your involvement with Scar and kind of what you do?
Yeah. Well, I've been here 17 years now. Actually, this couple months will be starting 18 years.
Wow.
So,
congratulations.
I've seen a lot of stuff going on. I started out doing all the canning, driving, delivering, helped brew. And I just had a bigger mouth, so it was good for me to go into sales.
Right. That worked out well.
So I would do the odd jobs with the brewery in the day, and then I would do all the beer fests on the weekends.
Okay.
And then when we started branching out, I started just slowly moving over into the sales side.
Okay.
And so when we left, I would sell all the beer in Durango, which was a typical day of. Here we sell and deliver.
Right.
So
it's
self-distribute. So we kind of do our own thing. So a typical day there would be driving around town with a bunch of kegs and going in and servicing the accounts and making sure they got enough beer, backing them up, putting the cases in the liquor stores and making that happen. And as we grew, I just moved farther and farther along into more states and more markets, and now we sell in 10 states or
nice.
It's 11 now. Actually, it's 11 now. we lost one and gained one. So,
hey,
11 now. They legalized marijuana.
So. Everything. That's a whole other conversation.
They lost. So we're in 11 states and we're in 4 countries right now.
Fantastic.
Sweden, UK, Ireland, Japan.
And here. That's crazy. So then as the sales rep side of things, when you got into that, what are the typical responsibilities of any given be a sales rep?
You start, it's a little tougher than people think.
Yeah.
It's a lot of late nights and early mornings.
Okay.
You gotta go out sometimes and hit the promos. But in the morning you get up, you're out there by 8 or 9. Sometimes you hit the liquor store accounts.
Really?
You get on those guys. They like to be in there early because they're
busy
like
the day, right?
Those managers like to be out the door later on in the day. So.
Right.
And then typically phasing into your afternoon is talking to more of the bar accounts and some of those guys coming in, depending. Some of them early morning. Sometimes the buyer shows up.
Right.
7 in the morning, he leaves at 11. You got to be in there.
Got to do
your
it.
Thing,
Is it cold calling or is it like just turning up or how does the?
For the most part, it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
It's cold calling, and you just have set accounts, and we have some nice software that we use and stuff like that. Lilypad that we can check accounts, and even if people leave, the account managers are there, and we can see that on the app that we use.
Right.
And that helps us gain our perspective of what we need to do today and look around, and you can kind of route your day and almost route your week
starting
with some of the stuff you have and the information you have. So
amazing,
which is a lot nicer than it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah. That was another thing. How have you seen technology in beer change over the years?
It's changed a lot. It used to be like this. As you can see, my doodled notebook.
That's like a high school notebook. I love it.
Things, you know. I lose track sometimes, but
it happens. Okay, so it was like very manual.
A lot of that, a lot of driving around. You just try to keep it in your head. You know, you wrote stuff down, dropped off a lot more business cards and stuff, and then sales sheets. And we still do a fair amount of that, just trying to get people to remember.
Okay.
Now, you know, there's with the apps and stuff, there's a lot of mapping technology and things, so you can actually kind of go, oh, these are the accounts that are here, and I can kind of set up a nice route myself, so you're not crisscrossing territories and wasting your day.
Right.
You know, so you can be way more efficient.
So you're actually managing the sales reps here as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I manage them along with another person, and we just kind of help them, guide them on their, you know, their paths, what they're doing. They get a little crazy, and it's a crazy world selling beer these days. So
very competitive.
The more help we can give them, and the more communication. The farther people get away from your brewery, the harder it is to communicate on, you know, things that are happening.
Right.
And so the more we can give them information real time, the better off they'll be.
They're better. Okay.
Yeah.
So like an app like Lilypad that you mentioned, like you're able to use that to sort of communicate with the sales reps and see what they're up to as well, like and or help them route their day and things like that.
Yeah. They take more of the routing their day on themselves, but we can help them. We can send images of new packages or something that we've just got in here that they haven't had a chance to see yet. We can show them that it all built up and ready to go.
All right, and they can show
and then they can have a photo as well to show the people on the street. You know,
that's really cool.
We can put information, sales information, you know, specs and stuff to them quicker.
You just update the app,
and then they can in turn show us like floor stacks or what they get in the store, you know, like big accomplishments, so we can see all that, and it's pretty nice to
without you having to physically go there or some sort of like Slack group or something. It's all in this one place.
And they check into accounts and they write down information about the account, the manager and stuff, so if somebody does leave us, we have that information, so a new person can take on it and doesn't have to go through all that. You know, he can go, oh, this is Bob. I know that's the name I go ask for when I go in here. So
right, that's super cool. And it has all. Does it also hold all the orders and like say if you know that this licensee gets X amount of cakes per week, you know, like it kind of reminds you and be like, all right, well for every Friday this guy gets this or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of that ordering stuff in there and technology that, with that technology that helps them with us with like it's, how do I say it? It's really nice. It's it tracks and stuff, and it's like potential too. Like you can tell them, hey, this guy committed to this. They committed to me to this account, and then you know it's up to your distributor to deliver it. But sometimes you know things fall through the cracks, and you can put that in, and it'll remind you like, hey, this hasn't been there, so you can go back and go, well, hey, why come this didn't get delivered? Because there's also people that give you lip service. They'll just say yes just because they feel bad. You know, they're like, oh, we'll bring it in, and it doesn't happen. So this helps you follow up with that.
Okay, so it's kind of like a CRM, like customer relationship management tool.
Love that as well.
Say you knew there's a new bar that's opening up, and you currently have no relationship with that bar. Like, who would initiate that? Would that come from maybe a management, a higher up, or do you let the reps do?
The reps would do that if they're especially if they're in a territory away from here. They would see. They would just see it. Go, hey, there's a new bar. I got to go in there and make it happen. And hopefully you get a little tip from your distributor as well. So you work.
They might be like, oh, hey, oh, really? How so?
Yeah. Well, we self-distribute and do our kind of our own thing, but out in any other larger markets such as Denver, Chicago, Phoenix, you know, we have large distributors that have a massive force of salespeople as well. So our reps are kind of like liaisons with them as well. So they'll give them a tip like, hey, new bar opening, you should get over there and say hi. And you know, then they'll come back and try to push it in there for us.
So that's amazing. I had no idea. Yeah. So is it kind of like and say, okay, that new bar's there. What does that sales rep need to go in and just be like introduce themselves? Hi, I'm from
samples,
Brewing.
drop them samples, sales sheets, try to get as much information in their hand, make a good impression.
Do they pre-arrange that, or is it more just sometimes, like just drop in? Like,
sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. It's kind of case by case. You know, ideally, it's better to pre-arrange it if you can get a hold of the person. But sometimes you just walk in there because you don't know who it is, and you're like, I'm ready to do this.
Right. So there's a lot of initiative and a lot of potentially a bit of research as well required. Is it kind of like on the phone, like maybe the old days or anything, or is it a bit more person, like in face to face?
Yeah, the phone was like the old day, more of the phone and face to face, a lot more face to face.
A lot more face to face. That works better.
Yeah, when I was younger and was doing all this, it was a lot smaller too. So you know your account visits there was a lot less of them. So
Right.
it was a little bit easier to drive around and get stuff done.
Right.
Now there's lots of breweries and lots of bars, and so you need more of that technology to help you just get through the day.
Right. Yeah, I can imagine. Have you? What's the difference? Is that can you like summarize the difference between, say, the way things are now with technology compared to how it was pre-technology? Like how are you selling more? Are you does it save the information?
I think it's the information. I think that's more real time.
Okay.
Because there was sometimes, you have a route, but maybe you're not going to get back in that neighborhood for a day and a half or a day, but there's potential on some of this technology. You can see it. You can see like your keg might be off tap, and you might be able to see that in a few days. As opposed to wait until maybe a month when you come back around.
And you're like,
So you can maybe jump on a problem or ask them why they got rid of, what happened. A lot of people just made a switch, but sometimes there's something that maybe you could have corrected. So.
And does the actual retailer or licensee have access to something like Lilypad or whatever, or is it?
It's more us, and it ties into another piece of technology that we have called VIP.
Okay,
which links with Lilypad, and that's actually what our distributor delivers out the door within about a 2 or 3 day window.
So, and that would actually let you know, this keg's tapped.
Yeah,
we're off.
Yeah, we're off or on, or something's happened.
That is amazing.
You got to look at kind of the numbers of it. It's the CEs or the unit number, but you're like, okay, that bar just got that, so that's
good to go.
Yeah.
But if it was like, do you have a bit of an idea of like, well, I know this bar sells this keg, takes a month to go through it, but this bar goes through it every week. Is there a bit of that too?
Yeah, you learn a little bit of it. And you can
way.
see your top 50s and stuff, and you can track it all on your phone on dashboards and things. So.
Right. So you've got the phone app and you've got a web app.
Yeah.
Like both sides. And it holds everything and I guess you have different level of access for managers for the
I'm some of the management level, so I get to see more of the team, and then I can set up goals and incentives for them.
Right.
So if I'm like, hey, this month everybody needs to get 10 hand sales in or something in the store. They can stand there and sell beer by hand, talk to people, and try to push it out the door. So we could set that up for them on the management side. And give them goals and incentives
for doing that. So that's a great thing as well. So the actual people in the stores doing pours, customers come in, hey, would you like to try some of this? That's the sales reps that do that? Huh, I thought it was like a separate promo team or publicity sort of.
Sometimes we hire some people, but a lot of our guys do it.
Is that because they already have the knowledge?
Yeah, and we're pretty hands-on and
personable and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. What type of people tend to be sales reps? If someone was thinking of doing it, if you're a drinker and you're watching this now and you're like, I've considered, I want to get in, I don't really want to brew, but I reckon I could sell beer. Who are the perfect candidates for this type of work?
You got to be a self-starter.
Yeah.
Organized.
Yeah.
That's a key.
Very true. Enjoy beer.
Yeah, you got to be able to. Sometimes you just got to be able to tough it out. You got to be a little calloused. They're going to get told no a lot.
Okay.
Get told yes. Yeah.
Is that the worst part? Would you say is just the rejection and having as with any sales work?
I think so. I mean, I don't know.
Never bothered you?
I never gave a crap. I was
you're like, all right,
let's find somebody else.
Did it ever motivate you to? I'm going to make them say yes, and that became a thing.
There's been a few places, that I've haunted. I'm like, I'm going to be in here
every week until you say yes.
There's a bar, and I kicked down the door for about 3 years until they put us in there. Now it's one of our better accounts in Phoenix.
I love it. All that persistence, kids. Persistence. That's amazing. So as far as if you would recommend to other breweries, is there, or have you seen any other breweries do anything different, or is it generally everything works kind of similar to someone that have technology and combine that with old school ways? Yeah,
I think everybody kind of finds their own blend of what they want to do.
Okay.
A lot of us are using some of the same technology because there's just some of it's just better.
Okay.
But everybody does everything a little different.
Yeah.
Everybody finds their way.
Why do you guys use the particular VIP and Lilypad that you do? Yeah.
Lilypad was nice. It was just a little bit more user friendly, and it had some features that we really liked, like especially the incentive stuff with the guys, and it's kind of a little point system. So we can, whoever's getting the most points, we can set up little mini goals and fun.
Oh yeah, so it's like gamified a bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
Hey, that's cool
for us. We can, whoever's got the most points, we can do little gift cards or something fun like that.
Nice. I like that. That's very cool. And would you recommend this type of thing to other breweries? You think it would make their lives easy if they're not using any technology?
Yeah, if you're trying to sell out of your little neighborhood, you'd be a fool not to use something.
Yeah, it's a way to go. If you're trying to grow your operation,
you gotta
use the tech.
You gotta be able to track stuff real time and try to keep it as efficient as you can.
Okay.
Because efficiency will make or break you.
Yeah. So true. Do you have last sort of any words of advice or from someone who's been doing this for almost 18 years to either people who want to be the sales rep or potentially who are in the game right now? Is there anything that you've learned that you'd like to pass on? And I know it's a big one.
Probably a lot of stuff.
Wise words. Don't drink all day.
Yeah, don't drink all day. That'll
sip and spit.
That'll mess you up.
Yeah.
Just gotta remember to keep waking up.
Yeah, set your alarm.
Don't be late.
Don't be late. That's a good one.
People don't like late.
No.
Just remember service. Always say what you're gonna do. If you say you're gonna do it, follow through.
Yeah.
That's a key.
That's the key.
Key to life, I think.
I love it.
Yeah.
Be the man. Where can people find yourself and Scarbrew online?
All the social media, Scarbrew, Instagram, Facebook. I have my own Scarbrew Arlo on any of that.
Nice. Mate,
there you go.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you.
Learned a lot today.
Glad you came in.
Loving it. If you guys enjoyed the episode, mate, smash the thumbs up. Get the beer burps ready. Hit subscribe below and hit the notification bell ding if you want to get the updates on the new episodes. Follow us on social media at BAOS Podcast and check out the long form audio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. That is it, guys. Cheers.